Most men, including you, are drifting. They have a job, they have a woman, they got kids, or maybe none of that, but they got no destination. They're just kind of floating along, right? They're lost. They're still a boy in various aspects of their life. They haven't matured. Maybe they're just hanging out at their parents' house. Maybe they're living off of the state. There could be a wide variety of different things. Maybe they're working a job and they're decent, but they're not actually moving the needle. They're just kind of, adding a little bit to their savings. They don't have anything they're really working towards. Now, a man with a purpose is like a train. People get on, people get off, but the train keeps moving. The train is going towards a destination. Don't be the guy that just gets on and gets off and never has a train moving up for himself. Now, today, what you're going to learn about is why purpose sits above everything else, right? Including her, including your kids, including your job, including your business, including your bank account, including anything else you can think of. You have to have some core thing that you're going to give back to the world. Now, a lot of guys ask me when we first start together, what is this? Take a second, pause the video for a second, and think about it. What is it? What is your why? Right? What is your North Star? What is your internal compass? What is the thing deep inside you as a man that says that you need to do something more? What is it saying? Right? The thing is, once you find it, whatever it is, and it's different for everyone, and it can change throughout your life as well, right? You could change tomorrow for a new purpose. You could change after you complete something. It can always shift, but you have to have something. But the thing is, once you have that, it helps with your frame because everything else revolves around that for you. You're focused towards something, right? If you look at the North Star and you know you're going towards the North Star, it doesn't matter if she comes along. It doesn't matter if your kids come along. It doesn't matter if you lose a job. It doesn't matter if your dad dies or a family member, right? It's never just the job. It's never just the family. It's never just your woman. Purpose should never, I'm going to be very clear about this one. Your purpose should never involve your woman, right? Maybe if you guys are building something amazing together, but it's not her. It's it. There's an entity. There's something out there. It's going to evolve, right? And then once you climb and once you get to that point, it's going to go on to the next. This isn't something I'm making up. This is something that's been around for a long period of time, but we've all been neutered to believe that working a job, go to school, get a job, pay your taxes, save for retirement, put your money in the stock market, retire and die. We've all been neutered to believe that's a purpose. That is nothing. That's a meaningless existence. You need to get on a train. You need to own the train. She can ride with you or she can get off at the next stop. That's fine. Good. I wish you the best of luck. There's no problem with that. Your job, the job that you have, the primary goal of your job and the finances or whatever growth you're going through in that is to keep the train moving. It's part of the job, right? It's like the luggage. It's the people that might get on and off. But you're going to make stops throughout your life and every station. And then she's going to, because you don't want to get comfortable. So it has to go. The train can't break down and just stop. I see this all the time with guys. They'll reach a point and they'll just stop. It's not a destination. You know it because you see it in their eyes. You're probably living this life yourself because I've met very few men that are actually pursuing something greater and beyond themselves. Now, the moment I realized I had been stopped and I kind of got paused for a little while was when you have kids. It's very natural to get in a relationship. You get married, right? You follow the program that they've assigned to all of us. You go to school, you get a job, you pay your taxes, maybe you get married, you have a couple kids, you got your house, right? You're paying your bills, you're waiting for your retirement at 65. Like everything looks okay. You can just cruise through life like that. But it's empty. You know it and I know it. There's nothing there. It's just, you're just slowly building a life of nothingness for nothing. There's nothing there. Right? You got to have something greater that you're working towards. And one of the ways I do this and I help guys find their purpose is we look at like the main 8 life categories. You got health. You got vocation or business or mission or whatever it is. You got your wealth. You got romance, which, is your relationships if you're dating, or relationships if you're married. It would be whatever your love is, right? You have your family. You have spirituality, whether or not you're Christian or Islam or Buddhist or Hindu, whatever it may be, some sort of spirituality should be in your life. It's your connection to the world and the subconscious living of the world, if you want to get all woo woo. You have your social aspect, which is your friends or maybe communities that you've joined. You have your intelligence. This could be reading books, learning new topics, learning a new language. It could be a lot of different things, but you have to hit all 8 areas. And one of the key ways that we start doing this is you rank them and you assign different things you want to do for each one, right? Maybe you want to read 100 books. Maybe you want to learn a new language. Maybe you want to date 50 women. Maybe you want to have 12 kids. Whatever it may be, start adding things under each of the 8 categories. And that's where you'll start to see your purpose start leaking through. You'll start to see common patterns that revolve around family or around community, or things that revolve around wealth, or things that revolve around giving back. It'll just start to pop up. The longer those lists get for each of those 8 categories, the better, the more closer that you'll get to your purpose and living a more fulfilled life. You won't be able to live a fulfilled life if you don't have a purpose and you're just following the program. There's no matrix or anything like that. It's just you got lazy. That's all it is. I got lazy. I've been there. We've been there. But now I know where I'm headed. And I know very well where I'm headed. Now, a man who's clearly going somewhere becomes magnetic. Once you have this, she's going to want to gravitate towards you. Your kids are going to want to be like you and hang out with you, right? People around you, they're going to gravitate. They're going to be like, God, this guy's going somewhere. I got to make sure I know this guy. But a man who has abandoned his purpose for the relationship, he becomes a passenger. He becomes a passenger on her train, right? And it's different for men and women, but he becomes a passenger on her train. You see this, the most common example I see this is when she's chasing a hardcore career and he's either a stay-at-home dad or he does nothing else. But maybe his purpose is raising really good kids. It doesn't usually work out like that because I've seen these dads and they're lazy. She makes a lot of money, so I don't have to work. She's going to feel that. She might put up with it for a period of time, but women are getting in tune to that too. If they suddenly have to start paying alimony and these stories start hitting the news wire, they can be like, I'm not even going to marry this guy. I might as well just stay single, freeze my eggs, find some sperm donor, and I can raise my kids myself. I don't need this bum without a purpose. He doesn't got anything going. He goes to school, he gets a job, he just kind of motoring through life, right? Maybe he smokes weed, maybe he drinks, maybe he indulges in too much football. There's so many distractions out there, so you don't have to focus on anything that gives back to the world. So what I want you to do is go to those 8 categories that we talked about earlier. Write 10 life goals in each of those. You're going to start to see patterns. Make sure it's consistent, things you can accomplish by the end of your life. Now, I want you to choose 5, just 5 from that list, right? You should have at least 80. More is better. If you can get up to 100, 120, even better. But you should be able to choose at least 5, and I want you to accomplish those 5 in the next 12 months. That is your goal, right? That'll push you closer to your purpose. And then I want you to start tracking your time blocks, right? Start tracking every 30 minutes what you do, which of those life areas you're focusing on. Conveniently, I've already built an app for this if you're interested. But track for the next 5 to 7 days, every 30 minutes what you do. Sleep, kids, romance, whatever it is, work or whatever it is. And that way you'll start to see kind of where all your time is going. Because today you'll never get back. This video, after you watch it, you'll never get that time back. After you do something with your kids, you'll never get your time back. After you have a hangover, you'll never get that day back. After you get married, after your child is born, every single day that you live is gone. It's in the past. You will never get it back. So we want to make sure that we're on a mission that makes the next day even better. So as you start to do these things, go back through the activity I just described and you'll start to see things pop up. You'll start to see patterns. You'll start to see things that you're working on where it's not just you just motoring through life. I hope, right? This is what I help guys with, to get more on focus, to make sure they're not just focusing on, oh, I just need to get my bank account to this amount. I just need to put this much in my 401k this year. I just need to take care of, this with my kids. No, because life is bigger than that. Life, and you're meant to give something back. And if you're ready to stop drifting and you're ready to start leading in your relationship and find something and work on something that's beyond you and your relationship and your kids and anyone else, the next step's in the description. We can work together. Give me a call. We'll see if it's a good fit.